Thank you. Please be seated. Dean Heath, faculty, graduates, family, and friends, good morning. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to this pinning ceremony. What an honor, privilege, and blessing it is to be together today. Thank you, faculty and staff, for your part in making this ceremony possible. We appreciate the ways you have contributed to our success as nursing students. And to my classmates, thank you for allowing me to serve as your class president. I never imagined I would be standing before you today, speaking, because 4 years ago, I was enrolled in the College of Design pursuing my degree in architecture. But after the birth of my niece, I decided to change my major to nursing because I wanted to impact patients' lives the way my sister's nurses impacted ours. Even though I knew nursing was my calling, I was terrified because I was someone who could easily pass out at the sight of blood. Yet, here I am, standing before you today with my BSN. I'm living proof that you can conquer any fear with dedication and perseverance. Living through a pandemic taught us many lessons. For example, never take anything for granted, including toilet paper. We learned to hold on tighter to our loved ones. We learned to be more considerate of others, and we learned to be still and enjoy the blessings all around us. These are important lessons for us to carry into our nursing careers. Our senior year may not have unfolded as we had imagined, but I'm so proud of each of you for making the best of an unfortunate situation. Many tears have been shed over disappointments, but there has also been much personal growth for each of us during this strange season. I believe there is something to learn from every experience, good or bad. There are days in our future where shifts will seem long, days will seem hard, and sleep will be non-existent at times. But I encourage you to slow down and dwell on the good things. Count your blessings and remember that life is such a precious gift. And what a gift it truly is to care for others who are not able to care for themselves. As I thought about what I wanted to share with you all today, this verse was laid on my heart this week. John 1:5 says this, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." I challenge you to be the light in the lives of your patients. No matter where your career takes you, you will encounter patients who are at their lowest and many who are without hope. As nurses, we have the unique opportunity to bring light and a small glimpse of hope to our patients and their families. Even the briefest encounter can make a difference if we let it. It has truly been an honor and joy to lead such compassionate, kind, and servant-hearted classmates. You all have displayed these qualities from day one. You have encouraged each other, especially with all the custom memes. You checked on your friends consistently, and you even came together to honor a professor's loved one who passed away. I have truly treasured serving and leading alongside each of you. Thank you for all of your encouragement and support along the way. Being your president has grown me as a student, person, and future nurse. So for that, thank you all. I cannot believe this is the last day we will all be in one room together. It feels like just yesterday we were sitting in orientation wondering how in the world we would survive nursing school. And now we are sitting together today with our BSN and soon our own nursing license. I am sad this is it, but I am so excited to hear stories of how you influence the lives of your patients and their loved ones. I love you all, and just remember that you always have a friend in me. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you all Dr. Janie Heath, Dean and Warwick Professor of the College of Nursing.
As the Dean of the University of Kentucky College of Nursing, I have the distinct pleasure of thanking you for joining us at our 81st pinning ceremony. And I'm thrilled and so proud to see these students end one journey and begin a new one today as BSN graduates. I also bring greetings from the university's president, Dr. Eli Capilouto, and Provost Dr. David Blackwell, who will be present at the commencement ceremony later today, where we will honor 147 Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduates. That includes 16 that are second-degree graduates and 32 that are RN to BSN graduates. There are several distinguished faculty whom I would like to recognize for the support they have provided our graduates. Please remain standing as I call your name. Dr. Kristen Ashford, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Faculty and IPE Affairs. Dr. Darlene Welch, Assistant Dean of BSN Program of Studies. Dr. Terry Linney, Senior Associate Dean. Jennifer Cowley, Senior Lecturer and the BSN Class Advisor. Dr. Stephanie Fugate, Assistant Professor for BSN Education. Dr. Angie Hensley, Associate Professor for RN to BSN Education. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. Before we begin the ceremony, I'd like to say something about the May 2021 class. These graduates hold a special place in my heart on a number of levels. But if someone asked me to describe this class in 2 words, it would be perseverance and confidence. And then I would explain why by quoting C.S. Lewis' words, that hardships often prepare people for extraordinary destiny. How fitting it is that we continue to celebrate Nurses Week and the Year of the Nurse and Midwife, to know how proud Florence Nightingale, the 201-year-old mother of modern nursing, would be to see how our own history makers, the May 2021 graduates, overcame so much during a global pandemic, just like she did in the Crimean War. Nearly 4 years ago, these graduates entered the university with an unbridled spirit to do their very best, not knowing as pre-nursing students that their journey would include soldiering through the disruption of COVID-19 with grace and grit. Through it all, they embraced the work that needed to be done, even through their hardest student nursing days, where joy can meet sadness and inspiration can meet frustration. Through it all, they remembered the heart of the profession, which is service to others. Members from this class had the perseverance and confidence to serve others in many extraordinary ways, such as kicking up scores on the football field to lift our SEC championship hopes, to completing a virtual Dance Blue Marathon to raise money for pediatric cancer research, making a National Shriners Hospital video with the 70s rock band Foreigner to show love for children with special needs, and sitting in the front row for a night of hope to be inspired for a graduate education path to help those struggling with addiction. It is this same DNA in the class of May 2021 that we saw their unbridled spirit for Kentucky unfold with their over and above call to service at Kroger Field, where over a 2-month intense operation of our college administering over 25,000 vaccinations, that's the Big Blue Nursing Nation at its best, saving lives, transforming communities, and inspiring hope to win the COVID-19 war. This class spirit of preservation and confidence to soldier through and serve others reminds me of the Knights of St. John, who were on an early nursing order from the 12th century that were charged with defending the hospitals during the Crusades. Today's pinning ceremony stems from the knights who wore a large Maltese cross on their chest in times of battle, which today translates to wearing a pin. Our nursing pin, a unique symbol of the completion of rigorous academic and clinical requirements, serves as a connection to our profession's rich heritage, one brought forth by none other than Florence Nightingale and her pioneering work during the Crimean War. As you look at the design of our nursing pin that is printed in the program, you will see our boomerangs. One faces up and the other faces down, Remember that throughout your professional nursing career, to soar high for excellence and stay grounded with your values. On behalf of your faculty and staff, we congratulate you and thank you for your courage, grace, and grit to soldier through as a band of nursing brothers and sisters to serve on the front lines to protect, promote, and optimize health for one and all. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to recognize our faculty and staff for their tireless dedication for student success. As steadfast student advocates, our faculty are outstanding educators, clinicians, and researchers. Would all of the nursing faculty that are here today please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I would also like for a moment to recognize 3 individuals, to ask you to recognize them and congratulate them for their retirement. Although we may not be able to see them, we've got them off at the beach already because of their retirement, but we do have a couple that are here with us. First, Carol Harako, who has served our college for over 12 years as a lab and simulation instructor, providing the foundational knowledge of professional practice and skill competency. Second, Joanne Davis, our Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, providing 32 years of service for academic success. Joanne, give a wave, go ahead, I know you're here. And then Karen Minton, our Associate Dean for Executive Administration and Finance, providing 45 years of service at the university. Karen, raise your hand wherever you are so everyone can see you. This marks another history-making moment as we recognize the collective 89 years of service that they all 3 did, shepherding excellence for our University of Kentucky faculty, staff, and students. Again, congratulations, Carol, Joanne, and Karen. And last but not least, I extend my warmest welcome to all the family and friends who have joined us here today, as well as being live streamed. We thank you for your love and support of these graduates and join you in celebrating their achievement. Graduates, I ask you to stand and turn around and show your love of appreciation of all of the support you have received to earn your BSN degree. Show it good. All right, y'all can do better than that. Thank you. You may be seated. Throw one more kiss, and that's it, okay.
Thank you, Dean Heath. I would like to invite to the podium the graduates who were elected as our class speakers, Jillian Adolph and Zachary Whitfield.
It'll come, I know. Okay. Thank you, Lindsay. Dean Heath, professors, faculty, family, and friends, I am honored to speak on behalf of my classmates. Getting to this point has not been easy, and we know we would not be here today without the love and support of you all, so thank you. For me, graduation always seems so far away. I knew that one day it would come, and today I realized just how quickly it did. We have been challenged beyond our wildest imaginations, and family and friends have gotten to see small glimpses of our experiences. I want to take the next few minutes to tell you what it was like to be part of the nursing class of spring 2021. Our journey began 3 years ago. Some of us were excited, and some were pretty nervous, as we had heard about the dedication and time required to complete this program. Some students loved first semester so much that they wanted to do it all over again, like me. Let's just say I perfected my assessment skills. We began taking care of patients, were able to wear the famous royal blue scrubs, and we got our first exposure to what nursing exams were like. Christmas came, and so did second semester. We got to work in the hospital finally. We were so excited, bright-eyed, and ready to interact with patients. Quickly, we realized that none of us knew what we were doing. Heck, I was even afraid to take people into the bathroom. Soon, though, we learned new skills and our confidence grew. The tests got harder, we learned to write care plans, and endured patho for the first time. But we also got to add student nurse to our badges. We also learned just how good the quesadillas were in the cafeteria, and we got closer as a class. After second semester came MedSurg, known for its voiceovers, in-class questions, and pet show and tells. You could find a MedSurg student at any time in the Con Lounge, armed with study guides and what looked like code on the whiteboards. Around exam time, you could hear students studying and yelling out different food groups because we knew there was going to be a diet question on the exam. We learned new words like esophagogastroduodenoscopy and paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea. But more importantly, we found our independence. We stepped out of our comfort zones in clinical, tried new skills, and learned so much. I think this is where we finally felt like nurses. Once we got comfortable working with adults, we began working with kids and pregnant women. I realized quickly that pediatric nursing was not for me. Neither was labor and delivery. But many of you realized this was your dream come true. And not long into the semester, the world stopped. A week-long spring break turned into a few months. Lecture was now online, clinicals were on paper, and we took tests in our bedrooms instead of the 6th floor. Our lives came to a halt, but we continued together. After a weird summer, we returned for psych and public health. This semester, we may have all diagnosed ourselves with some psychiatric disorder. We also learned that nursing care happens outside of the hospital in many different settings, which might have been news to some of us. And still, we were in a pandemic. Social events were different, but we still managed. Our last semester brought high acuity, the final frontier, a warp speed 8-week class. Not going to lie, I may have blacked out for most of high acuity. Hours of studying, tests every other week. We thought we learned a lot of content during MedSurg, but high acuity topped it all. But it was also so fulfilling. I remember walking into clinicals after learning everything I could about hemodynamics, and I actually knew what was going on. I still had questions, but I felt proud of myself. As we know, this has not been an easy process, but we did it together. We made friends who could go through the tough times and celebrate the accomplishments. Our journey is leading to forks in the road as we move into our real nurse jobs, whether in Lexington, back home, or somewhere totally new to us. We share great memories of our time here at UK. And as we move into our new roles, just one thing: make me proud that I know you. Thank you.
I find the fact that I am class speaker profoundly ironic. I think a lot of my classmates, including me at times, did not actually expect me to graduate. I am not exactly at the top of my class. I proved wrong every teacher that said there are no stupid questions, and I took as my personal motto the age-old adage, C's get degrees. I spent most of my life, up until college, thinking I was smarter than everyone around me. Nursing school has been an extremely humbling experience for that reason. Transitioning from the top of your class in high school to the bottom in college can be pretty hard on someone with an ego as inflated as mine was. I found a new identity as the guy who makes nursing memes, which I guess is better than my old identity that it replaced, that guy who showed up 3 hours late to orientation. Though I found a tremendous amount of support among this group. My close friends were one thing, and I am very thankful for them, but the kindness of people who barely knew me was shocking. I remember one time I sent this message in our GroupMe that pretty much said, "I can't handle this, everything is terrible, and I'm freaking out." It was a lot longer than that, but you get the point. I'm not sure if my class remembers this, but I got 15 or 20 messages saying, "Yeah, I feel the same way, this sucks, if you need anything, let me know." A lot of these were complete strangers, so partly because I felt so overwhelmed by classes, and partly because of the kindness I had just received, I started just breaking down crying. I was in a Walgreens at the time, so I'm just bawling in the Walgreens pharmacy line, just overwhelmed. And I mentioned this partly to highlight how awesome and compassionate this class is, but I just didn't want to give this speech without letting all of you know that you made me cry in a Walgreens. Whether you are a valedictorian or the meme guy, I don't think it would be any stretch of the imagination to say none of us had an easy time. Although some of us were struggling to keep our 4.0, and some of us struggling just to graduate. There's a very real sense of camaraderie that comes from struggling to keep your head above water with everyone around you. I don't think there's a better moment that showed this than right after our first med-surg exam. I took it and I failed. I stared at the screen for about 5 minutes, just in disbelief that I had done so poorly. I walked into the nursing lounge and the atmosphere was indistinguishable from that of a funeral. And that made it seem all right, like I failed, but so did everyone else, and and I'm sure we can all find a way out of this. And we did. We went home, and we cried a lot, and we found a way to push through, just like we did through PEDS and OB and anxiety attacks. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. And the pandemic, and being forced into online classes, and every other problem that came our way. For that reason, we stand before you guys today as determined and competent nurses. I'm confident I can say I couldn't have done this without them. My class is brilliant and compassionate. I would just like to let the crowd know that if you're ever in a hospital with one of these nurses with one of my classmates as your nurse, you're in very good hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Jillian and Zach. Ooh, sorry, guys. Okay. I would now like to introduce Dr. Kristen Ashford, Associate Professor and Associate Dean of Undergraduate Faculty Affairs, who will recognize our practice, research, and education interns and present the baccalaureate graduates.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, families, friends, we appreciate your attendance at this special ceremony. These graduates represent the very best of the next generation of professional nurses. Graduates, this is a celebration of you and your commitment to the excellence in nursing knowledge and practice. The College of Nursing has several enrichment opportunities in which our students may elect to participate. Please view the listing of all the projects in your program. Undergraduate nursing education interns are upper-class students interested in teaching. They work with undergraduate students to help them master basic nursing skills. Undergraduate nursing practice interns complete programs that provide opportunities for in-depth study of clinical practice topics that promote professional development and future nursing leaders. Finally, undergraduate nursing research interns are actively involved in nursing research. The interns say hands-on participation in a study makes research come alive for them. With the project's principal investigator as their mentors, Research interns understand what evidence-based nursing practice really means. Will all the undergraduate nursing education, practice, and research interns, as well as their mentors, please stand and be congratulated for a job well done. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the presentation of the pins. I have the distinct honor of announcing the names of each of our graduates who will be represented with the UK College of Nursing pin. As you begin your journey, wear your UK College of Nursing pin proudly. You've earned it. And because of the pandemic protocols, students have selected 3 faculty to pin them. Dean Heath, would you please come forward for recognizing our graduates? Dr. Angie Hensley, Professor Jennifer Cowley, and Dr. Stephanie Fugate, would you please come forward for the presentation of the pins? Will the first row of graduates please rise? Audience, I know you're so excited and proud, but we've asked for you to hold your applause until all our graduates have received their pins. RN to BSN student Shannon Renee Wells. Landon A. Abner, traditional BSN student. Jillian Lee Adolph. Courtney Madison Alexander. Courtney is a 3rd-generation nurse and is receiving her great-grandmother's nursing pin. Surprise. This was received initially nearly 90 years ago today. What an honor. Alyssa Raquel Amaya. Allison Ryan Appel. Peyton Elizabeth Bocconi. Kylie Ray Barrier. Emma Ruth Bilberry. ABSN student Taylor E. Folds. ABSN Vanna Page Breeding. Emma J. Case. Aubrey Leanne Claxton. Olivia Grace Clayton. Rachel Elizabeth Cole. Ashley Nicole Collins. Kaylee Cheyenne Collins. Alexis Nicole Cornelius. Paige. Pardon? Paige Nicole Filmanowitz. Amber Nicole Filardi. Claire Elizabeth Feldhaus. Allie Farmer. Ashley Michelle Evans. Michelle is your name? Rachel Michelle Dunne. Abigail Susan Dosker. Julia Lee Dragoo, I believe a Wisconsinite. I only say that because that's where I'm from. Ellen Marie Dories. Patricia Kathleen Donahue. Emma Rose Doherty. Courtney Kathleen Dema. ABSN Nella Delia. Sarah Janice Della Rosa. Caitlin McKenna Fuller. Brianna Faith Davis. Emily Ann Dameyer. Jermaine I. Daming. Anna Marie Dalmas. Sarah Krieger. And Sarah has a doubly special event today. She is an Army ROT student that's going to be commissioned as a second lieutenant. ABSN, Mary Christina Plymel. Carly Marie Gessner. Taylor Nicole Getz. Colin Gregory Goodfellow. Olivia Catherine Grass. Maggie Ellen Grissom. Brooke Madison Harlow. We'll give Professor Cowley just an extra minute. She did have her first grandson, Charlie. Sarah Ann Harple. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a double dose. Sarah Ann Harple. Mary Rose Honert. Livy Grace Helmer. Kiera Dominique Horn. James Foster Hungler. Brenna Elizabeth Hunter. Amanda Lynn Ivorone. Alexis Lily Jett. Hannah Rose Grace Jurek. Another special recognition, Miss Hazel Reidler Jurek. This is Hannah's grandmother's pin. She was pinned in 1948 at Chicago Presbyterian Hospital School of Nursing. She finished her degree in Loyola in Chicago. She worked 41 years as a professional nurse and passed away in 2008. What a special honor. Mary Ariana Johnson. Michelle Lee Johnson. It's like 2 days goes by and you're going to graduate again, you guys. It's just honors. Carrie Elizabeth Koss. Sarah? No. Lovato. Yeah, got it. There's 3 Sarahs. Sarah Vivian Lovato. Oh, gosh. Jennifer Marie Petrus. Thank you. Morgan Lee Peggy. Natalie K. Perry. Hannah Cora O'Day. Lindsay Nicole Osborne. Abigail Nisbet. Caroline Aubrey Newland. Bethany Lynn Murphy. ABSN Rachel Bess Mao. Julia Rose Motzel. Hannah Grace Mosier. Sydney Paige Morris. Madison Noel Molitor. Samantha Marie McGee. Emily M. May. Kaylin Mackenzie Marshall. Nicole Rose Maletta. Kayla Michelle Machaki. Natalie Cattell Porter. Corinne Ann Vondrick. Danielle Robin Pruitt. Logan Alexander Profit. Carly Paige Rapson. Kathleen Marie Rishke. Madeline Haley Rich. Emma Susan Ritter. Emily Elizabeth Rockus. Emily Claire Rowland. Allison Lee Rupp. Maria Emily Schilling. Hannah Claire Schneeber. Hadley Schumacher. Samaya Suleiman Shalash. Mary Elizabeth Shetler. Lily Abigail Silverstein. Marshall Connor Sims. Marissa Bethany Smith. Is it Brianna? Brianna. Casey Brianna Trout. Alexandra May Walker. Matthew Richard Wallace. Allison Hyde Wally. Whitney Nicole Watson. Samantha Francis Webb. Such teamwork. Nurses are such team members, aren't they? Claire Ann Marie Went. Alexandra Marie Wesley. Emma Claire Wheeler. Zachary Logan Whitfield. Joanna Elizabeth Whitus. Kaylee Nicole Willett. Hannah Elise Warms and Fauna. Lindsay Renee Wright. Audience, please stand and congratulate all these amazing College of Nursing graduates. I would like to ask Assistant Dean Ms. Joanne Davis to move to the stage for the presentation of the student awards.
Got to get my hardware out up here. This is such a great day to celebrate. Truly, this is my favorite thing that we do every semester. I've done 50 of them, I'm not kidding. And it never gets old. And it's a privilege today to present awards to recognize, this is an amazingly talented group of students, they all are. And there are students who have distinguished themselves even above and beyond what else has happened in the class. And so we want to recognize some of those students right now. The first award is selected by the graduates to be the recipient of the Taylor Ann Davis Award. It is named in memory of a vivacious student who lost her life while a junior in nursing. This award honors the student who, like Taylor, is outward focused in relationships, nurtures the people around him or her, offers excellent nursing care, and finds the good and the fun in life in spite of the hard days. This is the person you want working beside you toward a common goal. This year's recipient is described by classmates as supportive and kind to all, a shining light, a gracious advocate, bold and respectful, and leads by example as she encourages others. Please join me in congratulating Lindsay Osborne. Sigma Theta Tau International is the honor society for nursing that is committed to advance world health and celebrating nursing excellence in scholarship, leadership, and service. Delta Psi, the UK chapter, recognizes a student who displays outstanding academic performance and involvement in professional and research activities. Phrases such as high achievement, self-motivated, mature, national engagement as a volunteer, and rock star were used to describe Lily Silverstein. In addition to nursing, Lily, don't leave. Lily, don't leave. In addition to nursing, Lily has also completed a music minor in piano performance just because she could. Earlier, in an earlier ceremony, Lily also received the Omicron Delta Kappa Award for Outstanding Service to the college and the community. And this is presented by the university. A representative from each college is selected. And so congratulations, Lily. You have certainly made an impact on all of us. The College of Nursing Alumni Association welcomes you, graduates, as the newest members, and the leadership welcomes and encourages your involvement with the association. You join a robust group of nurses who understand your story and will offer moral support as well as contribute to your professional development as colleagues. To put it another way, make the connections because these people can help you. To honor a new graduate, the Nightingale Award was established in recognition of classroom and clinical excellence as well as significant involvement in the college community. Through her work with UNAC and community outreach opportunities, Julia Dragoo has proven to be an effective mentor and willing participant in many ways. Thank you, Julia, for your support and showing the community all the ways you care. On behalf of Dr. Karen Hill and all the nurses at Baptist Health Lexington, it is our pleasure to present a graduating student with the Baptist Health Lexington Nursing Leadership Award. Established in 2001, this award honors the nursing staff for their strength in clinical care delivery, professional development, collaborative practice, and community service. Our recipient is described as a quiet, sturdy presence who has done his work well, incorporating all of the qualities described. He is disciplined and seen as someone who will make a difference through his leadership. If you think he sounds like a good fellow, you're right. It's Colin Goodfellow. UK Healthcare established the Excellence in Nursing Practice Award to honor its nurses for their high standards for patient care, which include clinical inquisitiveness, use of evidence, innovation, and collaboration. Our recipient has done that through her work in nursing research, her pursuit of understanding in the classroom, and outstanding performance in the Summer Student Nurse Academic Program, SNAP, and her presentation at the Southern Nursing Research Society. Please join me in congratulating Hannah Worms. And I guess Fauna. Or Fawn. She gets both. The College of Nursing Faculty Award is given to the student who demonstrates academic curiosity and links learning experiences, who can question intelligently and demonstrate an understanding of the importance of collaboration. Our recipient has been a strong student with the natural inquisitiveness that makes a good nurse. Her excellent clinical skills are matched by her kindness and concern for all those whom she encounters. Her enthusiasm draws people together so collaboration happens naturally. Congratulations to Lindsay Osborne.
Let's give a round of applause for all of our awardees, please. At this time, I would like to invite our president of the May 2021 class to please come forward to the podium to read our International Nursing Code. Lindsay, would you come back forward, please?
The International Council of Nurses is a federation of more than 130 national nurses associations. It was founded in 1899 on their pledge affirms the common goals of nurses around the world. Graduates, faculty, and fellow nurses in the audience, if you would please stand and turn to the back of your program, you will find the pledge. Please recite along with me. In the full knowledge of the obligation I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will at all times respect the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me and refraining from any actions which might endanger life and health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level and to give support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse.
Thank you, Lindsay. Everyone, please be seated. Before we close the ceremony, I would like to ask for a round of applause for the work of the UK athletics staff, Katie, Andrew, and Ayana, Barry Bowman for audio and video, our university photographers, Richie Wireman, our very own College of Nursing photographer, and the entire College of Nursing staff under the shepherdship and leadership of Dee Dee. Thank you for all of your assistance with today's events. May we please give everyone a round of applause. The Honorable John Lewis, former U.S. Congressman and civil rights activist from Georgia, was eulogized last year with his famous words, "Go forth and get in good trouble." So for this BSN class of 2021, we have some good trouble we're going to get into before closing. I have a special message in honor of and behalf of the BSN class of 2021 from our Honorable Mayor, Linda Gordon, a BSN alumni of the University of Kentucky, who now leads our Lexington community with the same perseverance and confidence as this class. Lindsay, would you please come forward to the podium? And I would like to ask our Alumni Affairs Coordinator, Joey Conrad, to present the presentation to you. Lindsay? This is from Mayor Linda Gordon. Whereas nurses are the largest group of healthcare providers in the United States and in the Commonwealth. Whereas the Gallup poll declares nurses as the most trusted profession. Whereas the University of Kentucky College of Nursing reports 8 out of 10 BSN graduates have jobs before graduation. Whereas the University of Kentucky College of Nursing reports 98% to 100% success rate on first-time NCLEX exam rates. Whereas the UK BSN class of May 2021 recognizes the support received for academic and professional development success. Whereas the 32 years, 5 months, and 1 day of service to place students first is credited as a significant factor for the success in the Big Blue nursing nation. Therefore, Mayor Linda Gordon of Lexington, Kentucky, signed a proclamation and declared May 14th, 2021 as the Joanne Davis Day for BSN Student Advisement Excellence in honor of her well-deserved retirement and dedication to advance professional nursing excellence in the Commonwealth and beyond. Joanne Davis, please come to the stand. Now, for the second good trouble we're going to get into before closing, and this is the Dean's order. Joanne Davis is going to stand here, and she's going to have the pretty flowers in her hands. Lindsay, give her the pretty flowers. There we go. I know you'd like to keep them. And Lindsay's going to stay here as well. So we're going to stay on the stage for a mega historical moment to capture the BSN May 2021 class. It's going to be a group picture. We're going to do 3 of them. It's going to be fun. Now, the first one, we got to be serious. We got to keep our mask on. And what I want everybody to do, if I can find Richie. Richie, yay! So he's like center, straight ahead. You see him waving his hand. And every graduates turn around. And we've got our mask on. Chris has found her mask. Get everybody protected, covered up. All right. Y'all are standing. Everybody's looking at Richie, and what we're going to do on the count of 3, just smile inside. Just let it flow. No, smile big. 1, 2, 3. Smile really big. You got it, Richie? Okay, now, hang tight. Take the darn thing off. Doesn't that feel good? Woo! Breathe in, breathe out. Yay. Okay, we might have to take a couple of these, Richie. So, on the count of 3, everyone just be cool and just smile so beautifully, right? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, now we're gonna do a crazy one. You know how I like to do crazy. All right, just swing them, flip around, whatever you wanna do. On the count of 3, just let it all out. Get your legs kicked up, whatever you want to do, but look at Richie. 1, 2, 3, say it. Woo! Nursing rocks. We be nursing. Woohoo! Come on. Come on, Richie. Did you get it? Turn around. Look at Richie. Keep it going. Let's go. We got our mask off. Great. Thank you. Okay, wait a minute. You're not going anywhere. So we kind of have a third thing. You guys can sit down. Yes, please. Okay. So to our graduates, on behalf of your Big Blue family, nursing family, remember Marie Curie's words. Life is not easy for any of us, but what of that? We must have perseverance and, above all, confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something, and that this something, at whatever cost, must be obtained. Now go forth for an extraordinary destiny with all of your new knowledge gifts. Pass boards on the first attempt and make an impact proudly wearing your UK College of Nursing pin. To our guests, we ask you to please stand as you are able and remain standing until graduates and faculty have recessed out. Then please exit the Coliseum through the same doors you entered, and then meet your graduate outside. We will be escorted out with Lindsay Osborne, Joanne Davis, and myself. So Barry, let it rip with our favorite song, okay? Let's get it going.
you.